everyone. Welcome back. Welcome to my channel if you're new. I'd like to thank everyone for viewing, liking, sharing, and subscribing. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up on your way out if you enjoy the video, as it really does help my channel, but it also helps others to see and hear the messages that they're meant to get, okay? It circulates the video. I want to remind you it is a general reading. It's definitely going to resonate completely for some of you, but not all of you. So take what does resonate and leave the rest behind, okay? So this reading is going to be the full moon in Aries. This is all about rebirth, realities, struggles, and forgiveness. And Yasmin Boland says that the first thing to note about this full moon is that it's the first one in the new lunar cycle. And the previous full moon was in Pisces, the last of the 12 signs of the zodiac. So Aries is the first sign and therefore makes this the first new lunar cycle, first moon in the new lunar cycle. So if you want to see what happens in your life when you work with the full moon every month, now's the time to commit. While working with the new moon is fun and amazing, it's working with the full moon and releasing resistance through forgiveness and surrender that truly allows us to consciously create our lives. Why? Because in doing that release work, we become more energetically clear, and when that happens, it's much easier for us to send out our dreams to the universe. So think of yourself like a radio. When you're energetically clear, you're tuned into the right station on the right frequency and broadcasting your intentions clearly. So in other words, what we feel is what we put out to the universe, and what we put out is exactly what comes back to us. So release any and all anger and upset and resentment at the full moon, and you'll feel good. And when you feel good, you manifest and attract and create great things, consciously or not. These are all things to think about at this full moon, which looks like being fiery and perhaps extra emotional. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a minute. Okay, so obviously we've got the Moonology cards here. And the first one we've got here is the full moon. Surrender to divine. Always. It's always about surrendering. It's always about releasing, letting go. And then the other one we have is full moon in Aries, because this is a full moon in Aries. A fiery climax approaches. Ooh. Some of us could be having tower moments. Ugh. Although some of those tower moments can be good. They can be good surprises, good shocks. Unexpected, right? Okay, so I think that is everything that I need to go over with you here for this. So let's get into doing the zodiac readings. Okay, Aquarius, let's get into your full moon reading in, your full moon in Aries. First of all, I want to make you aware that this full moon is in your third house. So what that represents for you is paying attention to the details, okay? Sometimes we get, what's the word I want to use? We all do it. You think about taking that dream trip or buying that dream home, and we daydream and we get, up in the clouds kind of thing. But Spirit is asking you with this full moon to pay attention to the details. And it's reminding you that things need to be taken care of close to home, okay? It's also a reminder to express yourself. So if you haven't been honest about how you feel with people or how you feel about situations, now is the time to start, okay? This also is a good time for you to clear things up with siblings. If there's any issues that you've had with your siblings, this full moon being in your third house is a good time for you to clear that up, okay? So let's get into your reading now. We're going to start with Queen of the Moon Oracle. Okay, all of the decks I'm using here are listed below. So if you want to know what decks I'm using, you're going to have to kind of watch the whole video, okay? Click on the title of the video. That'll drop down the description box, which is where the listing of the decks is. It's also where your extended link is for this video, okay? So yeah, your first card out, Resilience, card 21, breaks down to a 3, which is all about your growth and evolution. This is a waning gibbous 5 moon card. This is almost like the 10 of Wands, you know, carrying a big burden. But if you notice, this is, it's an octopus for starters. That's all tangled up in bushes and debris and a big ball of dirt, which makes no sense to me, but resilience. You are resilient, Aquarius. You can come back from just about anything. Then you have Nourishment, card number 7. Now 7 is a very divine number. It's all about divine guidance, divine timing, divine, now I can't think of what it is. Divine intervention. This is a waxing crescent 5 moon. And this truly is nourishment. I mean, the moon is made of cheese. It's watering the earth, which is where your food is growing. You are being nourished by the divine. You don't have to worry. Ooh, then you have Realization. This card number 3, again, it's about your growth and your evolution. So you are going through some big changes right now, or you are about to, Aquarius. This is a waxing crescent 1 moon, and it's all about realization. That aha moment, seeing things as they are. Ooh, nice. Then you have the Queen of the Moon, Sovereignty. This is extreme power and authority. It's a 41, breaks down to a 5. Again, it's growth. It's changes. It can represent conflicts, but I'm not getting that with this for you. It's more about change. You've got some big changes coming in here for you, Aquarius. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to look at the timing of these cards for you. Okay, Aquarius, sorry, everything looks a little bit different now. I had a problem with my tripod. I couldn't get my camera to stay in the tripod. It fell out. So I had to stop the camera. Okay, but we're back now. So I want to get into timing of these cards for you. So the Resilience card, this does stay in place where it is, because the waning gibbous 5, that is October 25th, okay? So now we're dealing with a full moon right now, October 20th. And this is 5 days later. So just outside the full moon, you're going to feel whatever weight you've been carrying up to this point, you are still carrying it. But you feel, if you're feeling bogged down, and Spirit is giving me the term dog tired, you're going to get back some energy. You're going to feel resilient at that point in time, okay? Now, the card that goes next is not Nourishment, it's Realization. Because this is a waxing crescent 1 moon. And this is November 5th. But see that keyhole into the other world? And this is you right here. Teeny tiny you. Compared to that great big world. You're going to be shifting out of the dark and into the light. You're going to have some kind of a realization, an aha moment, if you will. And it's going to help you move from the darkness that you're in with this burden, whatever that is. And it's going to enlighten you, okay? And that's when waxing crescent 5 moon is November 9th. That's when the nourishment takes place. I'll let you look closer at this. It's kind of cool. See how the moon is cheese? It also is water. Food is growing out of what looks like an egg to me. It could be just a full moon. But growth. Growth, abundance, nourishment. It could represent prosperity, money coming in so that you can afford things and you're not burdened anymore. We're going to get more cards, of course, and that's going to give us further information. But now, the sovereignty card, the Queen of the Moon, there's no timing on this, okay? So where it lands is where it stays. So all of this is going to move you into this place of amazing power and authority within your own world. You have something very amazing headed your way, Aquarius. Very amazing. Okay, now we're going to get some Lunasomnia cards. So on top of resilience and realization, you have the Eight of Swords. This is that gripping fear is what I'm hearing. But you're, oh, sorry guys, hang on. I'm going to close this door. I just realized I've got background noise that's probably my laundry room is right across from my studio, and the mic picks up everything, but it makes it sound so weird on camera. So, yeah, what I'm hearing with this is gripping fear. But it's on resilience and realization. So the resilience is you moving through the fear, continuing to move forward. And that's when you come to this realization, which allows you to step out of and be free of that gripping fear. On the realization and the nourishment card, yeah, look at this. You've got the Emperor. The Emperor, this is this energy here, the sovereignty card. This is taking control of your life. This guy, he develops, builds, and runs empires like it's child's play. This guy is large and in charge. AF. This is where you're headed. This is the realization and divine feeding you, so to speak, is what takes you here. Growth in a huge way, Aquarius. Huge. Oh, wow. So on nourishment and sovereignty, you have the Ace of Pentacles. This is a brand new beginning. It's a gift from the universe. It's tangible. It's in your hands. And it could be money. It's nourishment, whatever it is. It's nourishment, whatever you're needing to pull yourself out of this. It's coming. You got to let go of the fear. This is self-inflicted. And think about the past a little bit, Aquarius. Anything in your life, and pretty much everything in your life that you've ever really wanted, was always on the other side of fear. Always. So we move through the fear and go after what we want, and we realize we had nothing to be afraid of in the first place. Right? Okay, bottom of the deck. The Fool. Take that leap of faith. Gemini had this on the bottom of the deck as well, and Gemini had the sovereignty card. So, you know, I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. The air signs, the groupings, they have similar situations taking place. Always. Okay, hang on a second. My camera's doing the same thing. Okay, I believe problem solved. Sorry about that, guys. I'm not even sure where I was now, except that you do have the Fool card at the bottom of the deck, which is all about taking that leap of faith when you're guided to do so. This brand new beginning that's being gifted to you. That's what that's going to be all about. Taking a leap of faith. Okay, so now let's get further cards for you. We're going to get cards from Gaia Oracle here. On the Eight of Swords and the Emperor, you have apprehension. Card 18 breaks down to a 9, which is all about tying up loose ends. Getting ready for that ending because there's a new beginning coming. Moving out into the world. Doubt and fear. Yeah, and it sits on top of the Eight of Swords, which is your fear. Doubt. Whatever it is for you. It's negative emotion, and that will restrict you from moving forward. So that's what it is for you. It's apprehension, but it sits right underneath the realization card, right? So you are going to have a realization, and maybe that's what creates the fear or the doubt in you, because it just looks way too good to be true. Now on top of the Emperor and the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Thinking of you. Card 29 breaks down to an 11, which is a soul path number. A loving thought, serendipity. Someone is thinking of you when you're thinking of them, and vice versa. The gift that's coming in could be your soulmate. Okay, so now we're going to get an Island Time Wellness card for you. Looks like the fix with the camera is going to work for now. That's good. Oh, kisses. Unconditionally loving. Giving and receiving affection, falling in love. Aquarius. I feel like you're coming together with someone pretty important, and that is the leap of faith. Maybe that also is the realization who this person is to you, or maybe the realization that they hold the key to your heart. It is a keyhole, or you hold the key to their heart. Nothing is accidental or coincidence. That got left behind when I lifted up the deck. Let's see what that is. Self-indulgence. Focus on self, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. Okay, we're going to have both of these down here for you. Okay, now we're going to get a Just Ask Oracle card. Ooh. Is that our card, angels? It's not your card. Go for it is the card, but Spirit is saying it's not your card. Okay. It'd be wild if it came out again. Change your routine, change your life. This is all about doing things on autopilot. It means that we're not really aware in our world, and Spirit would like you to be aware and alert, and not on autopilot. Really, truly functioning for yourself, thinking differently, feeling differently, being different. That's what it comes down to. When you change your routine, you come out of your body being the mind, and you go back into the brain being the mind. So you're aware again. Because that allows you to change how you think, feel, and do. Wow. Okay, on top of the self-indulgence cards, you have astral travel with your twin. Pay attention to your dreams, Aquarius. There's messages in there for you. This is a twin flame that you're coming up to. That's why it's so, well, that's number one. That's why you're becoming so powerful and authoritative in your own world. And it's the growth. It's why the growth here, right? Okay, so let's get Whispers of Love card now. Wow, card 33, which is an Ascended Master's number. So you have angels around you guiding you for sure. That's a given. But this is further clarification of that. It's appreciate this moment. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. That's beautiful. Yeah, and when we get stuck in our old ways of thinking, doing, and being, we get stuck in place as well. So this is why Spirit's asking you to change your routine. Because maybe you're stuck here, carrying this burden and in this fear and doubt. Okay, let's get a Soul's Journey card for you. Change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Yeah, you need to change, right? That's change your routine, change your life. You've got change coming up. You've got all kinds of fives up here too, which represent change. So you are about to have some changes, Aquarius. Good ones. They're going to be good ones. And you're going to be getting rid of this burden here. Okay, now we're going to get a direct message for you from Spirit with the Motivation Manifesto deck. Okay? Okay, without self-mastery, we are slaves to fear, impulse, and conformity. With self-mastery, joy, greatness, and transcendence are ours. Wow, does this fit with your reading? You gotta let go of that fear and doubt. You will be a slave to fear. Do you know that the only time we fear anything is when we're not connected to our inner guidance system, our soul, our higher self? There's nothing to fear when we are connected. We know, we just know we're safe and everything's going to be okay. So if you're fearing, it means that you probably aren't connected to your inner guidance system. And we all go through that. It's phases we go through. So meditate, go for long walks in nature, and just quiet your mind to get connected, to get the messages that are coming through. They're trying to message you and they can't. If you're not connected, you're not going to hear the messages. You're going to be blocked from them with this negative emotion here. Okay, so let's get some further information. Let's go deeper and more detailed here. Let's find out just exactly what it is that you need to do, be, think, and or feel to move through this, to have this growth, to get to the place where you are with your twin. We're going to do that in the extended. Like I said, click on the title of this video. The description box will drop down. The link is in the description box. Those of you going over, I'll see you over there. Those of you that aren't, I love you guys, and I will see you next time.